since these teams agreed to play, when you've got the rosters that are on here, you expect that these two are going to be it, and Win starting it off with a bang. Takes care of Shinobi. Relics is able to trade it back out as Win drops, but this is the most highly anticipated series of the day.
Yeah, we already see the funnel in towards that A site, just down to 2 now for the side of Gen.G, and they will follow exactly in the coattails of Cloud9 through the ropes. A couple of pre-fire shots, player one thinking, hey, that ghost looks pretty nice right about now, but it's a firing squad from Cloud9 that'll deal with Gen.G quite handily. It's done according to plan. GMD, a very young player, unfortunately. Oh, sorry, I thought GMD was playing the Phoenix. He usually is. God, these dang agent swaps are. Anyways, it'll be interesting to see how the calls are made and what strategic investment both teams really opt in for.
Oh man, Relics was able to get an important kill there. The shotgun shells weren't connecting, but well, the auxiliary work from Raze does, and that's enough to get the kill. A 2-man advantage in favor of Cloud9. Shinobi gets another one, but unfortunately GMD traded it back out as TenZ drops a 4v2 here, still in favor of Cloud9. The spike is going to get onto the site. Mitch walls off ropes, gets a kill to boot, watches Effie's once again.
Well, then why are T1 able to just dominate on the attacker side? It's playstyle. It's all chalked up to playstyle. So we can sit here and we can talk, oh, okay, yep, all right, look, it's defender sided, blah, 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 but it's playstyle oriented. So FeS is going to find 2. They'll make their way on that B side, but it's already starting to really fall apart here. TenZ the last one standing. Quick shot out to player one will bode well, but it's 1 HP. You sneeze on TenZ and he will fall. Unfortunately, not looking in the right direction. But yeah, it's playstyle.
A little bit. He's got that up on top of a ramp. Excellent spot when it comes to trying to pick up kills. Mikhail is able to take care of Relics on the entry as well. And for now, things look like they're going pretty nicely in favor of freaking A of Gen.G, and GMD seems to be feeling just fine after potentially being sick yesterday. Yeah, no traces of that here so far.
Just down to TenZ now. Has the Blade Storm. Can't really make it worth his while, but... Oh, no! In the smoke! Oh, he will.
Wow.
Oh! You slice and you dice. But FeS will find the attack. Maybe they just suck at defending on split. Like, we don't know. The only way that we know is we'll see how, the rounds obviously end up unfolding. But so far, Gen.G set up towards mid to gather information. Mid control, very important, but it's the aerial assault from TenZ, and he will take out Hyun. And that's the Jet v Jet battle that we saw, but player one gets the mow down and takes out TenZ.
That's going to leave things slightly in favor. Oh, no, excuse me, knotted up 4-4 as far as personnel goes with 1:15 left on the clock. Relics. Oh, FeS! FeS gets 3 there. Filthy shots, buttery smooth, taking care of Cloud9, and that's going to leave things in a terrible spot. If you're Vice, a 3v1, he's just now going through ropes. The spike is down, and he's not anywhere near it. There's a Phoenix waiting up at the top of the ropes. We'll see if he checks that angle. Yeah, he's going to check it, and he's not going to get the kill anyway. Mikhail getting the best of him as Vice goes down. You see the Jet on the side of Gen.G hovering mid. There he is. Win getting a pick. With the op out onto Mitch and showing that, well, there's really nowhere to go on that side of the map. But again, the play is a play out onto A. Relics is going to pop the showstopper, tries to connect, doesn't land. The shot in heaven goes a little wide, but we're going to see GMD pop one of his own. Boost his way all the way over, but the dash out keeps him alive, but you ain't going to stay alive long enough. The shots from GMD take care of TenZ. Vice, Shinobi, and Relics even it back out as Win drops along with the rest of Gen.G, and that's going to leave things in a 3v2 in favor of Cloud9. The spike is going to go down. This is a tough take if you're Gen.G.
Yeah, and quite honestly, the economy, if Cloud9 take this over, is going to start to really balloon into their favor. So early looks towards what Gen.G have in store. It's going to be the attempt, at least for a take. Player one ends up with the out frag onto Relics, and now heading down the ramp. The rest of the team, it's like a divide and conquer approach now for Gen.G. The camera going to be taken out. Paranoia trying to put Effie's in an uncomfortable position, but Paranoia is not what he will be feeling. He'll be feeling confidence. They are now looking to push in. Spike is ticking. They still need to try to land this defuse, but it's player one that is in a position to get the defuse. Effie's, what communication? How do you do that? Hey, Effie's, I'm going to put the entire pop 2 in the dome, and you call it a day. Pick up a new weapon and upgrade. Player one gonna be feeling a little paranoid. Was that the no-scope from Hyundai? Oh, baby, keep him coming. That'll be another one onto Mitch. Yes, I get it. It's the eco. But I think that no-scope was a little impressive if it ended up being we caught it late in the transition to his perspective. Shinobi now having to fall back. A flawless round for Gen.G, and now they have this 2-round lead.
Really at all. The Spike kind of hovering around mid, as it looks like both teams are going to fight for this area of the map. We mentioned about how the new opening on this evens things out. Tens is able to get one win with a rare miss here, but that should tell him everything he needs to know. The onslaught's going to be coming in through heaven. Win decides to go forward. He's going to have the Bladestorm. He's going to land the kill onto Shinobi. Mikhail gets one as well. He turns. Relics gets one onto player one. He's going to decide to push. Oh, the classic shot. How the heck did he do that?
Oh,
Wing gets cleaned up, Relics, you monster. These people have families.
Yeah, that was, man, those Jordans really coming in. Gave him some extra hops there. Jumping classics, I think, are probably the top 3 most impressive things about some Valorant players, what they're capable of doing. Having a look at Mikhail, it's down to him. I think it's like, what, 70 or so HP or 60 or so HP? Yep, 60 HP to 83. Just has the curveball, and quite honestly, that's pretty handy in this scenario. Unfortunately for Relics, it's just a paint shell. Actually, when he gets the spike down, it's going to be the showstopper, so that is scary. Spike going down. Now it's up to GMD, and we talked about how the young star for the side of Gen.G has been kind of leading the pack for his team, but Relics has his eyes set towards the screen and misses the timing. Now, for the side of GMD, he might see the barrel of the gun, but now here comes the swing. It's 51 HP down to Relics. And here's the showstopper. That's going to be bad news, as it'll be sent towards the box. Clean round here for Relics. Oh, gives it one pushing towards the A side, but they will back away. Seems like mid is now the new flavor in town. Relics sending a couple of utility pieces towards the ropes, but it's player one that has been there all along. Headshot onto Vice, and now as they come in from above, he may be in a great position. On the site, it's Tens, and he'll be dealt with handily. Now Effie's paranoia does work out quite well, but now has to deal with 3 members pushing forward. They do not want to deal with the smoke. The swing is good, and the spike is down. Doug, it's the 3v2 in favor of Cloud9 now. Oh, sorry, of Gen.G.
And I love what we just saw at Effie's there. Get the pick and then back out, because you see the spike. You don't need to play it aggressively. Relics, Shinobi, and Shinobi again. The 2-piece there to wrap up the round, taking care of it.
Never count them out, ever. And so great stuff coming out from them. Tied up 5-5. And they are looking for another round on the board. And it starts with a pick onto Hyun.
Yeah, Relics with some clean shots there to grab that first kill. And look at the spike. This is aggressive, probably the most aggressive we've seen so far. Vice is able to get the first, or excuse me, a kill onto GMD. You heard the run it back, goes out, and Tens gets aggressive. You're going to run it right back to the next round as he gets cleaned up, and that's going to leave things in a 5v2 in favor of Cloud9. Player one, excuse me, looking to see if he can even numbers up here with a kill of his own, but the spike is down on A. Here we saw the aggressive play, at least as far as getting onto the site goes, it paid off.
So that resurrection, unfortunately, was an eco-res. They just want the weapon to move on into the next round. And really, there's not many rounds left. And so now you're thinking, okay, now that we're moving into the last round, you don't have a res or a battle res in case things really start to get scary. You're chalking it up to Mitch having his resurrection in the round to follow. So that's going to be very scary. Relics, fortunately for him, I thought he had the swing there, but it was a great cross set up in the garage. They're not really going to have to deal with that any longer. Player one, he goes deep, and he'll see one on the off time they have left on the clock. It's 50 seconds, and it's ticking down quickly. They need to act, and for GMD, he's about to get a world of Cloud9 as they are making their way towards the A site. Don't know if they're going to play ramp or if they're just going to play the entryway. So far, Mikhail going to be the first contact point. Likely going to see one. Now the hot hands come through, so they can't really walk through the fire. But it's a weird one. I don't think it covers the whole walkway. So he's going to try to use the wall here as well. And a lot of his healing tools are now unavailable. So the rest of Cloud9 making their way through the ropes, and that's going to be the ramp, that comes through. Mitch will find player one. FE's getting into the back side, and I like this because he's here to support GMD. They'll make their way through, but he's been down below the whole time. 2 shots are clean, and Gen.G tie us up. This is going to be the half that'll give us all the information that we need. This could be the opportunity for Cloud9 really to start cooking, and we're seeing that already kick off in the round at hand. Lots of frags going over to the way of Cloud9. Just great aiming all around. Of course, the pistol pretty much relies on that primarily more than anything else. And you're seeing Gen.G pull away. Already GMD has gathered a lot of ground on this site. Unfortunately, trying to hop in. Shinobi will take him out and send him to the graveyard. This is going to be the half that is very important for Gen.G to show us that they can win. Split, statistically, a defender-sided map. Cloud9 kept it super close, 6-6, but it is, again, their map. And so if it is quote-unquote their map, they should be able to just shut out Gen.G and not let them bleed any rounds whatsoever. So we'll see what ends up being the case. Pistol likely going to go over unless that happens. 2 quick frags. Unfortunately, it's Relics waiting close to the right, and they'll see now the push forward. Shots are good down to player one, and it's Mitch.
The Omen is going to be watching for any flank potentially towards the back, but yeah, this is going to be a heavy push, and Vice, they're going to be walking right into his crosshairs. The wall goes up just in the nick of time, but they're going to be spotted anyway. Vice still the first one, the first point of engagement, gets one. The spike has been dropped. Vice rotating away as Shinobi gets one as well. From the top ropes, he gets cleaned up as GMG lands the clean shots to take care of Shinobi. Win on the spike, and the paint shells just hurt too dang much. That's going to leave 1 member left on the side of Gen.G. They made it close. They made it interesting. Cloud9 manages to win the round with only 2. But it's still a win, 8-6 in favor of Cloud9.
So now we'll see Gen.G still undecided, but sometimes you see teams like to play the time, make their opponents antsy. And you're seeing that from Gen.G, repositioning. Okay, let's send one of our players over towards the A site. Let's see if that's going to end up working out. They send Vice all the way to A, and a lot of that utility is unfortunately kind of gone. They only have Heaven really secured. Now they come in. That's going to be the angle here from Shinobi. Only gets the quick trade, so that's opening up here for Gen.G. They'll likely get that spike down, and Hyun's still going to be in trouble as GMD will quickly trade it out just down to the final 1 player. It's player 1, so to speak, and there's 2 up in Heaven. He needs to play this masterfully if he wants to keep things cooking. If he's able to get 1, Resurrection will come through, but as I say that, it's the dirt nap for him. Hopefully he brought a pillow. And Cloud9, like I said, they win the first, they win the second. If they win the third, it is not looking good for Gen.G.
Yeah, and that fat little cat there probably I think I saw Spectre as well. It's going to be a heavy push up mid. Shinobi doesn't realize the smoke is the only thing keeping them from him and 4 of the players. There's the paint shell. He's going to spot 1. Hens is able to get Mikhail, however. Shinobi didn't even get a chance at it. Now Shinobi gets a shot. He gets GMD. Player 1 trades it out. And that's going to be 2 Blade Storms, if I'm not mistaken, as Win pushes forward. Player 1's able to get GMD, and Win gets up close and personal, only gets 1. Relics trades it out. Effie should be at the top of the ropes waiting, but he's not going to get a chance as Relics decides that he doesn't want the heat. He gets getting out.
They can still make it expensive for Cloud9. Despite the economy not really favoring Gen.G here, they can still make it a little bit more interesting as now Effie finds himself in a gun duel. GMD was just looking to upgrade. Tens is going to feel that one in the morning point that he's going to get. Unfortunately, Cloud9, they smell this. Something's not right. There's not something happening. Something smells rotten in the state of Denmark, and Relics was the one that really put it out there. They're just waiting on the defuse. Not really sure what he was waiting for, but Cloud9, 10-6. And I think considering the force-up scenario...
Gen.G continues to try to get something going here. Relic sniffs it out. Yep, he's going to get flashed. Oh, but he looked the wrong way. Mikhail gets taken out. Player 1 drops as well. And it looks like as much as things change, they remain the same. Gen.G is in trouble.
How did he survive that? Everything was running against him there. Yeah, headshot will be what seals the deal for sure. Down to Effie's and GMD. Going to try to make ends meet here, but those ends are quite far away apart. Effie's all the way back towards B main. Effie's, though, finds a great pick, which might open things up a little bit, but it's still the 2v3 that they have to deal with, and that spike is in hot water right now at this point. Ten's the guardian of the spike, and you definitely don't want to deal with Tens. So far, it seems like Gen.G are just taking the team approach. Now they make it a 2v2. Things get a little bit more interesting. 30 seconds left on the clock, and now they have to decide what are they going to do. Great intel from FEs will gather. Okay, someone's there. So what do we do now? Ten's looking up towards the ramp. He gets smoked off. Here comes the push. He gets shot away as well, so won't land that shot. That'll be the 1-for-1. And so far, it'll be not the day. Vice playing so close, and he's got a great camera there that they didn't expect. You saw GMD looking to it earlier, but now it'll finally get destroyed by Gen.G. Spike, of course, going down. Those credits will go in their way, but you can't really shoot through that box, and as a result, that'll be the escape artist that comes through. It's the Omen that backs away. 2 frags already so far for the defense. That's a blast back to the dome, and it's just not going to go the way of Gen.G. Match point for Cloud9. Doug, I think they might close it out here.
Yeah, I think so, and I think this is really indicative as to why we did not see split the last time these two teams played. And that's probably
the Gen.G operator.
Oh boy.
Are you ready for the swing? The swing of your life. Oh. You gave him the shoulder and you committed to the shot. That's one thing that you don't want to do when you got the operator. Hyun, let's see if you can do a little better. Here comes the swing. Oh, Mitch redeems himself. Finds a good opening pick onto Hyun. And now, without the resurrection on the docket for the side of Gen.G, they may look to grab their tail between their legs and maybe back away here. The other 2 members from the side of Gen.G are maybe looking for some individual fights. We see one towards B. We see one towards A. GMD trying to escape. They're making it very confusing for Cloud9, but I wish we saw some of this earlier on this attacker side. That type of confusion could really throw Cloud9 for a loop. Shinobi gathers the intel, almost commits to that port into the garage, but still, it is just Gen.G biding time.
Oh, good wall there out of Mitch. You're going to force them to make a play, right? Either you come through the wall or you rotate away, and they're coming through the wall. Effys is able to get Shinobi McKill with the flash. Doesn't land anything quite yet. There's run it back, and it runs out as Vice takes care of GMD down to 2 members on the side of Gen.G to keep this map alive. If they don't pull this off, it's going to be over, and it's going to be a 1-0 lead. McHale tries, but it's not enough. Mitch puts him under, and it's going to be a 1-0 series lead for Cloud. Well, they don't want a repeat of history.
Yeah, Tens we're also seeing. The agent selection is, again, swapping around. We're getting a carousel of agents that we don't normally see these players on. Tens on the Raze, and quite honestly, it is not really quite similar to Jet, but can really get the job done with some crazy plays. Vice already finding some crazy plays of his own. 4 kills, the ace! Where did that come from? Vice. Great
time,
stuff.
but a little. It looked like the Bulldog went over into the hands of Shinobi as Gen.G decides that they might want to make a play here on to A. The smoke is down. Tens is going to be the first line of defense, looking to see if anyone's going to go up. Just starts blind firing, doesn't connect, but is enough to scare him. Somehow lands that shot onto win. I don't even know how that works. Vice gets another 2. Tens gets 1 as well, and the 3rd to clean it up. A nice round out of Cloud. If only they could see what we could see. Relics is going to get a chance here as well, as McHale and player 1 are going to be there. McHale whiffs the first shot, and that's the only shot he got. As he gets taken out, Mitch and GMD trade a couple kills as well, and the action erupts over onto the B site. Take a look at how things are panning out, folks. Shinobi's able to get Effys through the wall, and he gets another one. The spike drops, but not able to finish up the 3rd. It's going to leave things in a 1v1, which is probably the most exciting part of Valorant here. The problem is, while McHale has the spike, and McHale's going to be on the site, it's Tens, I believe, who is on the Raze, who's on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, but you know Tens, and especially in a scenario like this, there's no world where you don't take the 1v1. So we're about to find out how Tens is going to deal with this, and strangely so, they're about to meet in the hallway of the laboratory. Here comes the swing. Shots are pre-fired from Tens, and he'll continue to push forward, now having control of the actual site itself. Tens tries to stake the fake there, but now here comes the peek from McHale's. Oh! Shot to the dome. Says, not today, Mikhail. Gives him a quick nod. Yeah, you know, despite winning that round, everyone died, and so they don't really have the weaponry moving forward. And on the opposite side, Cloud9 had just slightly better odds when it comes to the economy. A quick swing, and it's just pandemonium here at A short. A lot of Cloud9 members falling, just down to 2 now, and It's Mitch who's on the opposite side. Relics has the pistol.
Brother.
Oh, so close. But this looks like another round here for Gen.G.
The spike goes down again, 3-1. As far as personnel goes in favor of Gen.G, Mitch, the poor last one standing, trying to pull off a situation like this is much easier said than done. He's going to spot one. Yeah, that's certainly going to help his causes. Gets the second one, not able to get the third. Win with the judge. Drops the sentence on him, and court is adjourned. That's aggressive with the run it back, and he's ran right back. With an unfortunate shotgun shot of the face. Player at 1 is able to get the first frag onto tens. Mikhail, you see him peeking around. Yep, there's somebody right around the corner. He's going to get challenged. I believe it's Vice. Yeah, that's Vice, and the shots aren't going to land. Vice gets up close and personal, and Mikhail wins that gunfight. Excuse me. The wall is down on a short. Shinobi's able to get another kill with the judge. Relics with the sheriff as well, and it seems like it's all about law enforcement here. It's going to be a 2v2 with the spike down. Relics drops the orbital strike, and GMD is in trouble. Yeah, he's going to get tagged up. He's going to get fried as fire falls down from the sky.
Try to find trades. If they can get a Phantom off the ground, that'll even the odds, and they can at least take the fight to Gen.G.
A lot of attention here over on B. You heard Win open up the round with the Blade Storm. He manages to work his way all the way through hookah. Relics taking a look at B long. He doesn't realize there's a player right on the other side of that smoke. Yep, now he sees him. He's there. He gets the kill. Tens does as well on the other side of the map. There comes the Hunter's Fury. They know exactly where he is, as you see Shinobi trying to tag things up into heaven. Landed the last one on to Win, down to 28 health. And that's all the damage that was needed. Mitch with a nice 3-piece there to give Cloud9 that a short, crucial part of the map. And wisely, as there are 3 members that are starting to funnel their way in here, Tens is going to get more than one opportunity at things. He's going to get smoked off, and he's going to get blasted. Tens decides to go, drops the showstopper, doesn't connect onto anyone. Mikhail comes in at the exact right time to provide support. Mikhail gets one, Vice trades it as GMD drops, and Shinobi is on the wrong side of the map here.
Yeah, wait, okay. He's on the wrong side. But he finds a frag onto Mikhail, and he's still at 78 HP. So now it's the 2v2. And there's no tens in the conversation. But we still have Shinobi, and we still have Vice. And we've seen them on varying maps be the successor of really the entire team. You know, previous map, Relics was top fragging, not tens. So it's not like Cloud9 have to rely on tens to really do all of their dirty work. You've got Shinobi, you've got Vice, you've got Mitch and Relics. But this 2v2, Yun's got a direct sightline towards the spike, and the shock dart! Oh, wow! How do you anticipate that? What a read from Shinobi, but Effie's, he's got some reading of his own, and it's a book on how to play Omen. First frag gonna go his way, but that spike's ticking, and he's just stalling for time to jump through. Shinobi doesn't have enough time to defuse the spike, but an impressive 4K to send a personal message to Gen.G. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Early shot. It's going to be Mitch that gets run down and gunned down, but that operator will be sent flying towards the site. So they need to get in deep if they want to pick it up. And so far, that seems like a likely possibility. Hyun already deep on the site. They will find 2 opening picks, which will give them the opportunity to get the spike down on the B site. Those opening picks may be what are the ticket on winning the round. Hyun gets a little crossfire as they shoot through the wall. 87 HP is where he sits at, and his perspective is really the closest that we have towards the defense. The rest of the attack from Gen.G, they've got a great cross. Support from Hookah and support on the site. Effie's doesn't need to support anyone when he finds a frag onto 10, so now it's just down to 2 for the defense.
And look at where Cypher and Omen are playing on the minimap. With the spike being down, I'm surprised to see them take as more of a step back. Now they move forward into the Hookah. I'm surprised to see them play as far back as they were, but it looks like the spike is going to go down anyway, and they're going to get away with the win. Mikhail is able to take care of Relics as a parting gift on the way out. Thank you, goodbye. As another round goes
a little bit more
in
comfortable,
favor.
and especially a player like Tens, who just gets to push forward and get aggressive. It might end up just like that, just a kill onto player 1 with the Sheriff. Like, how does that happen on the defense?
Tens is just unreal. I said this the first time I casted him, and I did thank you for reinforcing my point. This is Tens' world, and we're just living in it. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. He would have broken the internet had he hit that shot.
New front page of the Valorant Reddit before they kick it off the Reddit. Don't no esports allowed on the Valorant Reddit. You know that. But still, Tens, some great shots coming out from him. An early look towards B short. Vice will get that spy camera smile here on camera. And as a result, Gen.G now having to back away. Tens cannot continue that momentum, but already some great momentum found from him. Vice down to the 3v2. It's the run it back, and maybe Vice wants to push after this, but unfortunately he will fall. Now GMD with the run it back. Little does he know that if he tries to plant it, yep, that's the clone that dissipates, and now you're back all the way to the beginning. So he's going to rerun that. Give the opportunity for the defense to have a chance to make their way onto the site. GMD says, I want none of that. And now hops through connector. The resurrection makes it a 1v3. Not even having run it back available is going to be very scary for GMD, but if there's anyone that can win a 1v3 on the roster of Gen.G, it might just be the man himself on the Phoenix. We'll see now as they slowly push forward, and Mitch will that gives us a little bit of an indication that when we swap over to attack, it might be actually a little bit more difficult for Cloud9. But that was that's history. That's a week ago. When you're seeing plays like this, we might see the turnaround for Cloud9 when they start to attack. Or maybe it's just Gen.G that have a good stronghold on not letting their opposition push forward. As they push forward themselves, Vice finds himself in the corner. And unfortunately, as I wish I were to say, nobody puts Vice in the corner. He gets taken out quite handily. And now it's just down to 2 players here. The Hunter's Fury will stop that spike plant, but it'll delay it for just a few seconds, as now it's just down to Shinobi. That spike will go down, and it's Hyun that'll hunt him down with a quick one to bring up later. And if Cloud9 are able to win, he'll make you eat your words and maybe even shave that mustache too. We'll see what ends up happening as they all now start to push in. It's a quick trade of kills though, but the orbital strike means they got to get the hell out of Dodge. And now Shinobi dropping that Judge over. I'm not sure what he was looking for or what he picked up, but maybe it was an upgrade. Yep, it is going to be the Phantom. The rest of the team, of course, on pistols. Tens, he's got every intention to send it flying. Hyun will pay the price with his life, and that's an operator on the ground. Wall goes up. They want to res. They need to fight for this. The battle res is not going to bode well. That's the lob over with the paint shells. And still, they are trying to delay this res. Player 1 will fall down to the 2v1, and it's Mikael who can get the job done here. 35 HP in a dream, and that dream is slowly turning into a nightmare. Spy camera going to be taken out, and now here comes the swing, and it's a face full of lead from the man, the myth, the Tens.
On the way out, there's to run it back. And it looks like we're hearing Jet go up as well. GMD has been spotted, but he's still going to go, 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 go. He takes a deep pull of that go-go juice. Doesn't find anyone, but Vice wins the Cypher on Cypher. Tens gets one as well. The spike has been planted.
Spike, of course, down, and the rest of Gen.G, they're stuck behind the smoke. Need to make sure they can come out on top. Relics put GMD back down to the dirt nap. But Hyun trying to push forward. That shot's going to be good, but it's the crossfire. And they will just stick to defuse. Effie's trying to make ends meet.
Important coin toss, essentially, is what it is.
Oh
boy, the package to the face. Win gets taken out.
Yeah, did someone order FedEx? That was express shipping to the dome. That was great stuff coming out from Tens. That blast pack will find its mark, and it's Cloud9 that find 2 opening picks. They will get that spike down. Well, sorry, it's been down for ages now. As the rest of the defense trying to funnel their way through. What a great opening for Cloud9. GMD trying to clear out close right, but little does he know, here's the swing. It's Mitch that'll answer it back. Still, Effie's trying to get the trade, but it's the turbo dunks in the air. Tens will finally take him down. It's up to player 1. He's all on his lonesome. He's got a frenzy. He's got not a whole lot of friends. That first swing is good, but there's still 2 more members that remain. And with that spike ticking down second after second, there's not a whole lot that player 1 can do. It's Tens on the side. Headshot's good. And that's the pistol for Cloud9.
They gambled, and it's like 2 ships passing in the night. They're not going to see each other until it's probably too late, with the exception of Mitch, as Mitch spots 1. Tens is there as well. The paint shells, not going to connect. Yeah, not going to get a kill on anyone. Player 1 is able to take care of Tens. Mitch, yikes, we didn't see that. Win's able to get the kill onto Mitch, and that's going to leave things in a 5v3 here in favor of Gen.G.
Yeah, trying to send a couple of those shock darts from Shinobi. It's not looking good. Recon Bolt, of course, going to come back online. We'll spot out a couple of those players peeking into A short. 3v5, Cloud9 We see how you win the pistol. Are you able to win that round that kind of goes all different types of ways? Shinobi gonna find one, gonna try to just spray through. It's just down to Relics. He's trying to chip away at the ice, but there's just too many members from Gen.G. They will dogpile in and win a round that Cloud9 should have won. Getting him maybe a little bit overzealous. Mitch gets the info.
And expecting to win a round that you should. Who's gonna hold serve first? Win? Oh, win! Gets his face ripped off at TenZ, gets the opening shots. Filthy, filthy, filthy out of him. The op's gonna go down, and that's gonna mean green light, go, get into hookah as soon as you can. Cloud9 working their way on to B.
You know, I'm starting to wonder if Cloud9 have been banning Bind because they just want to practice Ascent, you know? I'm starting to really wonder because obviously we put this together as TenZ gets ripped apart at the seams. The rest of Cloud9 still looking for an opportunity to push forward, but it's now Gen.G that have found their way onto the site to try to defend this push with the spike. There's a couple of engagements that occur. Effie's with the swing, and it's just down to player one. He gets chipped away, and they've just got him cornered back in the elbow. And unfortunately, that elbow will be broken. And it's Cloud9 at double digits every single round. When you start to go slow, the team's like, what the hell's going on? You know? We're not used to this. And so, you also have to think for Gen.G, how disrespectful would it feel if you lose here? You know, get 2-0'd by Cloud9. Both rosters woke up on the right side of the bed. At least for almost everybody. GMD, of course, we did hear almost didn't play. And now he will not play in the round that is left as there's only player one that remains. Resurrection means Effie's is put back into the mix, but 5v2, what are those odds, Doug? Oh, Relics.
Bad. Real bad.
Oh my gosh. Oh, ugh. Fully expecting, but 2-0s just throughout the tournament. Ugh. But opening pick here for Cloud9. Player one cannot get it done with the Sheriff, and it's the rest of Gen.G that are holding up in hookah. It's the firing squad approach, and they guess wrong on the read, now having to pick up on their mistakes and go towards that A site.
Looks like the spike is, at least for now, hanging out over on that A site and is down. Things not looking great here if you're Gen.G or if you're a fan of Gen.G, is they're running out of option, they're running out of time, and they're running out of lives. Win with the shorty. What can you do with the shorty? He's going to get a chance here at Relics up close and personal. Oh, no! That's like watching a train wreck. But listen, either way, he gets the kill, and that's important.
Yeah, that is a revenge for the last round. Yes, they lose the round at hand, but
early start here from Cloud9 as it looks like it's a pretty heavy stack. However, out on A, Win's gonna get a chance with the op, and you only get one chance, and he isn't able to make it work. TenZ is able to get the opening frag and the second drops. Gen.G down to 3 lives left to stay alive in this tournament, to stay alive in this game. Even, but TenZ, it seems like he knows where they are. They're gonna flood onto the site, and they're gonna get the spike down. The last 3 members of Gen.G are back in their spawn.
You know, if we end up with an interview with Cloud9, I want with another interview with Cloud9. I really wonder, how do they get this like second win? You know, they just like seem like they're struggling, and then all of a sudden, after running a 30-mile race, they're like, yeah, we can run another 20. And they do it in a faster time. Like, where do they find this second win? So far, it's Gen.G, and they're falling apart. It's just down to GMD. He finds one, can't find the second. And that second win really proved to be fruitful for Cloud9. We will not have